she was an icon of fashion design. I've collected costume for 30 years. Period costume going back to the 18th century. And I've tried to collect costumes through all the centuries and the decades of each century. When I got to the 20th century, in the 1970s, and I thought that the 70s was quite a diverse decade with various cultural influences, but punk came around in 1976, I think it was. And so I bought a few pieces of punk tops, and then I, because of that, I went down another pathway to collect Vivienne Westwood and Malcolm McLaren, and just collected and collected without really thinking about how much I'd had collected. And initially, when she had her designs, they were radical and reference to some historic point. So, for example, the cut and slash collection, which looked back to the Tudor period of tailoring, where very wealthy people wore fabrics to show off their wealth, and fabric was very expensive, silk fabrics, and the fashion for cut and slash was to take a very expensive piece of material, cut some holes into it to show the fabric underneath, which was equally as sumptuous and expensive. And it was just the sheer decadence of the time to show the wealth of these people. So Vivienne Westwood brought out her collection of cut and slash, but she used fabrics such as denim and just cotton poplin. So there's a cotton top in my collection of it's just a white cotton poplin top with lots of diagonal cuts into it. So she's taken her inspiration from the Tudor age, and then she also at the time took some denim and made jeans with holes. Now, these days, everybody wears jeans with holes. But back in the day when the cut and slash collection, which I think it was in the 90s, I can't remember the exact date, but her cut and slash jeans were thought of as being quite radical because they were full of holes, that you just wouldn't wear something full of holes. Whereas today, everybody wears jeans full of holes. So a lot of the designs that she was the instigator of has infused into current fashion. So she's very influential in fashion of today. Wearing Vivienne in public, people always comment on what you're wearing for the sheer drama of what you may be wearing. But because the designs of Vivienne Westwood can be quite outrageous, people tend to stop and look at you for a number of reasons, to say you look good, or do you realise that your skirt is tucked into your knickers? Which has happened a few times to me. Some of the hitch skirts that she made with a sort of a bustle effect does have the effect of your skirts being tucked into your knickers if you just come from the loo. People stop and look at you because they can be they are statement pieces. Why have I chosen to sell? I'm coming up to 70, and I'm not really looking to downsize, but the time has got to come where I will be downsizing. And why not now? Because Vivienne Westwood was quite a concise collection, it was relatively easy to gather that together as a whole and part with it. I feel quite sad really, because it is something that I still love and would still like to collect. But to be honest, all my costume, even the ones going back to the 18th century, everything is just in a spare bedroom on rails upon rails upon rails, and then piles upon piles upon piles, and then things just being thrown into the room. And it was quite shocking really that it was there and not being seen, and just wasting really. So I just hope that everything goes to the new owners will be able to enjoy wearing them, or to take something from the historic point of view and hopefully go into some kind of archive, which is what I would like it to go to if possible. I'm sad to see all of it go, because it's part of my life that I enjoyed collecting and gathering it all together.